Hello, everybody, and welcome to the late night live. It's a little late, but for those of you that are watching this from the video, you're welcome here anytime. Whether you're a subscriber, a viewer, a cross watcher, or just here to see what it's all about for the first time, welcome. I also welcome the ones that are here live and the ones that will come in as this reading will inspire you. So I have really come across a lot of spirit animals, spirit totems in the last couple days. I've also mentioned a few times on other live that butterflies have crossed my path or a bird has crossed my path. So I wanted to share with you what brought me to do this subject is because I came out of a shop yesterday and there was a gray pigeon that was dead on the ground by my back tire. It wasn't there when I went into the parking lot. Okay. So I went into the manager and I told her what was going on, and she was graciously came out and took care of it. Okay. So, have you ever come across anything that was dead in your path? It wasn't there before, but it was after when you came back into the same route. Um, I really want you to pay attention to birds and butterflies, air animals more so than ground animals. I've come across a couple squirrels that have crossed my path. But what really got me going with this is because when I got to my destination and I parked, there was two gray pigeons that were alive, and they were facing my vehicle, and they were facing the same way where that one that passed on was located. But it wasn't in the same parking lot, but it was the same bird, two of them facing my vehicle. Basically, I really got like a download, a message saying that it was time to do spirit animals with you. And I'm not too sure what kind of messages that the spirits really want, but I have to tell you that it really does have to do with spirit animals. They've been in my path for the last three or this will be the fourth day today. So I take that as a sign, okay, that something is going on, some message needs to be heard, needs to be put out there, as for me as well. So I wanted to bring a few things up before I got started. I pulled out one of my books that I've had for quite a while, and I've highlighted a couple things back in the past that actually has to do with the subject. So first of all, the types of spirit guides that we may encounter um, are as diverse as the kind of humans we encounter. When we begin to connect with more subtle dimensions, we may encounter both non-human and human spirit beings. I see that, Ira. I'm going to touch on that in a minute. The non-human guides include those lines of life that are evolving side by side with humanity, but are not part of its life stream. This includes angels, nature spirits, and totem animals. Okay. The humankind of guide can be living or dead. In the living category, we can encounter ordinary individuals who are out of their bodies. This often occurs at night while we're sleeping. Okay. So the true essence, it goes into auras and realms of weak auric, where it's like poor diet, heat, electrical, anything electrical like our phones, uh, magnets, any kind of loud sounds, bright lights. This is basically like an energy field. Okay, an aura is an energy field. So the aura can be weakened by poor diet, lack of exercise, lack of fresh air, lack of rest, stress, tobacco, alcohol, drugs, negative habits, and improper psychic activity. So the stronger and more vibrant the aura, the more healthier you are, and the less likely that you are and will be influenced by outside forces. So I wanted to bring that up. Now, the symbol of your spirit guide. I'm going to read this to you, but I wanted to show you how this starts. See this image? This is the Ace of Cups in tarot. This is new beginnings with emotions. How you feel about something. It's a newness of some kind of feeling. It could be in a relationship, or it can be you feel different about a person, or you've seen somebody differently now and your emotions are different. You're feeling about this ride, this route, anything that has to do with emotions. It's all about intuitive feelings. And that has to do with spirit guides. So the symbol of the spirit guide. Many spirit guides will reveal themselves through symbols, images, and even colors, like the rainbow, which is actually in the Bible. They do not always initially show themselves as they truly are. The symbol provides clues as to their function within your life. Meditation, reflection upon the symbol will often play upon your own energy. We have what is called an inner band and an outer band of guides. The inner band are those spirit guides that work most closely with us on a day-to-day basis. The outer bands come into play when we begin to work more consciously on our development of newness. Remember that, like us, those in spirit are energy. We will attract that energy, which is most like us. Your spirit guides will be beings with individual personalities and can only be classified according to the depth, duration, and type of relationship that they hold with you. So I also wanted to tell you that there's a difference between spirit animals and spirit totem animals. Now, I have this all highlighted because I absolutely love the information that comes out of my book. And this is actually out of the book that I use with my animal spirit guide tarot. So, right here, the power animal is an animal that shows up at a certain time to heal, energize, or deliver a specific message. It may show up in the form of an oracle or a tarot card, or appear physically in your environment, which is, like I said, the birds, the pigeons, the squirrels, the butterflies. Okay. An animal guide or totem is an animal that stays with you throughout the course of your life. This animal often takes on a role or a mentor, companion, partner, protector, and as a friend. That can also be a dog. These are our inner animals, which are called animal archetypes. They represent our fears, doubts, and strengths. They become symbols for our inner self. The animal archetype will connect with us during our dream time, meditation time, to assist us with our inner spiritual growth. Animals we fear. Snakes, they represent a need to shed old ways of doing things, being a certain way, or thinking a certain way. Snakes ask us, that was weird, ask us to come into our own power by letting go of what no longer serves us. Okay? Just like the suits in tarot, our animals are associated with one of the four elements: earth, air, fire, and water. Animals associated with fire tend to show us ambition and enthusiasm. They deal with rebirth, regeneration, and creativity. Animals associated with water deal with our emotional side. Water can be used to heal, purify, cleanse, and remove blockages, but it can also become stagnant. Animals connected to water tend to teach us how to get back in the flow of our lives, how to use and not abuse our emotions. Animals associated with the element of air connects us to our higher self and throughout our thoughts, meditation, dream time, and conscious mind. Actually, it says subconscious mind. These animals are gatekeepers to other realms and can act as messengers of divine inspiration. Animals of earth sign not only ground us, but show us the way of earthly resources. Animals connected to the earth show us how to stay strong, build solid structures, and protect ourselves from the world around us. So I wanted to really give you a deep dive on that as far as the totem and spirit guides. Now, I'm going to go back to where I was here. All right. Nothing in the spiritual realm can ever hurt you as long as you approach it with a common sense and discrimination. You control all aspects of work with your guides. If any display of quality or temperament that you do not like, dismiss them strongly. Although we have a number of guides assisting us, they are not always with us 24 hours a day. They have other tasks to perform for our growth. In other words, moving forward, taking what we need and going forward, going into the future, which is actually throwing it up to the universe because the universe handles the futuristic. All right. To test the spirits, do not follow their promptings blindly. Those who are true guides will expect this testing and be patient with you in it. Your doubts and worries are not going to offend them and push them away. In any relationship, trust is built slowly. And I actually can tell you that has to do with a lot of animals. Dogs, cats, birds, especially parrots. Those are just some examples. So working with spirit guides is just that, work. You have to work at it, just like a relationship. It is a relationship involving you and them. They are not there to do everything for you, and they won't. They are not an excuse or an inappropriate activity or even inactivity. They are still people who expect their guides. There are people who expect their guides to do everything for them. The laws of spirit are as immutable as those in the natural world. Not learning proper techniques, rushing into the opening, allowing the ego to manifest is similar to handling high voltage with no insulation. It will ultimately short circuit you. That means you are going to be out of alignment in your chakras as well. So contact with these higher beings and your higher self with the soul energies being blessings, which you will feel. It will strengthen your will and enlighten your mind so that you can exert yourself to reach your own goals. You will, as a result, find yourself to be more healing, more compassionate in lives of those that you touch. If you wish to commune with angels, simply take time to learn about them and speak to them. And this also has to do with spirit animals and spirit totem animals. If you wish to talk to your guides, take time in your prayers and meditation to acknowledge them. Initiate the contact. Exactly how to do this is what this will teach you, how you will learn as it goes, but slowly. Always take a slow approach. Now, going back here to more of the spirit totems. When we honor the totem animal, we are honoring the essence that lies behind it. The animal is a symbol of a specific force of the invisible realm, which manifests within the physical world. By studying the animal or totem and then merging with it, which is connecting with it, having contact with it, you will become able to call its energy forth whenever it's needed. A totem is a natural object, being, or animal with those phenomena and energy you will feel closely associated with during your life. Like I said, the totem is basically follows you all of your life. Now, the masked sorcerer, which is a picture right here. Now, I'm going to tell you, has to do with the shamans. So this is a symbol that's associated with shamans. It is an image of a prehistoric cave painting. Early man, surrounded by mysterious forces, responded to them through imitation. Man attempted to bring the divine into the accord with the will of humanity. Now, that goes into where the spirits, air, water, and land. So birds were often symbols of the soul. Now, this has to do with the Ace of Cups. And the cross is Christianity. Their ability to fly reflects the ability within us to rise to new awareness. As totems, they have their own peculiar characteristics. Say that 5 times fast. But they all can be used to align us with spirit guides who stimulate inspiration, hope, and ideas. Water is a symbol of the astral plane, experience, and the creative side element of life. Insects are a part of nature and can also be spirit totems, like ants, which is in my deck. So from the bee, you get fertility. African Bushmen and the many tales of the Spider Woman who created the universe, they are as much part of working with spirit totems as any animal, which comes to me about the ancestors and the Indians and how they wear the wolf skin around them. It is protection, and they are actually calling for their spirit. So if you ever see an Indian with a bear skin across them, let's just say example, okay, they wear these things for a reason, and it has a lot to do with this. So in between the Indians, the Bible, and tarot, and oracle cards, and the animal spirit cards, they're all connected. They all tell their story, but they all connect together. So just be aware of your surroundings. After this, I guarantee you're going to start seeing something because your mind is going to start concentrating on it. So keep in mind that each species has its own powers. An ant may not seem as glamorous as a bear totem, but it is industrious and it has strength that far exceeds its size. A strength that is proportionately the bear does not have. Now here is a little, I guess, poem from Chief Dan George. If you talk to the animals, they will talk with you, and you will know each other. If you do not talk to them, you will not know them. And what you do not know, you will fear. What one fears, one destroys. So meeting your spirit totem, it will definitely be a chapter that I will be touching on the next video that I do on the subject. But I did want to give you, I have been bursting out today. Can't wait to get here to talk to you about this and let you know all that has been happening and how it's connected in the last 3 or 4 days. So the Ace of Cups actually shows the bird, and a lot of cards show, like the Fool. I brought this one out to show you. The Fool is where he has a new beginning and opportunities are in front of him, and he is free of obligation right now, but only to himself. Okay. He has an alligator. He has an angel, the sun, the spider that's going around him, and the tiger, which is actually in the original tarot deck. It is a dog that is at the Fool's feet. Okay, so I wanted to bring that out too. The Universe card is the last card. The Fool card is the very first card in tarot. The last card in the tarot of the major arcanas is the Universe. That's the last card. That means that is the completion of a cycle. This is a beginning of a cycle. There's 22 cards in the major arcana, which is the first set, which actually tells the resources, the people, the experiences along the journey. So when I bring a card out and it shows an animal on it, it has its purpose in that reading. So I'm going to put these aside and I'm going to go ahead and start a small reading. So yeah, the Ace of Cups, also I wanted to let you know, is the female principle. It represents love and happiness. It's the Holy Grail in the tarot. And it has a lot to do with the emotional integrity and harmony. The rainbow, which, by the way, I'm going to touch on that later. The rainbow indicates careful expression of inner emotions. And I had just spoke about that in the book. So the lotus flower that's on that card of the Ace of Cups represents the trusting heart that offers no resistance. So I'm going to go ahead and ask Spirit to bring out animal spirit knowledge cards. I'd like to see what Spirit would like to bring me to you tonight. So I ask Spirit, please clear and acknowledge. Thank you. What spirit animal would you like for them to concentrate on? Yes, I already see it. Thank you. Yes. Air animal. Actually, the Leo lion is here on the top as well. So this is the crow. Symbolism is renewal, transformation, magic, and abundance. Like the raven, with which is and often the crow wields powerful magic. In Native American myths, the crow restores order to the heavens, links the crow to abundance and prosperity. One legend tells a white crow that warns the buffalo every time a hunter approaches. This leads to hunger and starvation, and the crow is eventually captured by the hunters and thrown into the fire. But it escapes before being completely burned, emerging only blackened by the flames. Black becomes its permanent color. As the crow flees, it promises never to warn the buffalo of approaching hunters again. The crow is thus a kind of phoenix that rises from the ashes, symbolizing renewal, transformation, and the promise of abundance. Thank you. Now, they really do want me to do this one. So, the symbolism of the lion, which is Leo, courage, strength, healing, protection, and life energy. The lion has been a powerful symbol of strength and courage in cultures around the globe. Thank you. Because of its mane and the light color, it also has associated with the sun, which is the sun card in the tarot, a symbol of heroism and the source of life and energy. In Buddhism, the lion symbolizes courage and good luck. In medieval times, the image of a lion was a symbol of healing, and it could cure any disease as well as protect the traveler from harm. In this painting of the lion, in the circle of 4 points, which forms a mandala, I've had this card come out before. A mystic circular symbol that is in Buddhist and Hindu traditions was used as an aid for meditation. It was a means towards greater self-awareness. It's a very nice card. Has 4 points. So I'd say north, south, east, west. Okay. So those are the paintings, the knowledge cards for the animal spirit. Thank you very much. I'm going to make sure these don't get ruined. All right. Let's bring out some animal tarot, shall we? Animal tarot, animal spirits, animal totems. 2 decks. I have 3 decks. And I have already cleared them before I put them away last time. But I did clear them as well today. All right, spirit guides and angels, what messages would you like to give the collective upon this subject? And as I shuffle, I do personal readings. I will be doing personal readings again after July 4th. And if I do get to my humble abode by July 4th, I will be doing a live. And I know everybody's going to be very busy. But some people, they stay at home. So if you're at home, welcome. You're more than welcome to be with me on my live. All right. Thank you very much, Spirit. Ooh, thank you. You want that too? Okay. Page of Cups. That is a messenger of new beginnings. Emotional new beginnings. The Page of Cups. Fortune, good luck, opportunity. That's the first one. The second one is the Page of Wands. Wow, you guys got a lot going on. Yes, like I said, please look out for things differently as of tomorrow, and try to be more conscious of hearing the birds, seeing the squirrel, the birds flying from one tree to another. Anything, even in water, if you're around water tomorrow, the fish, the manatee, the sharks, anything, and fresh water and salt water. Anybody go fishing? If they go fishing, please comment below and let me know if you've had experience with any other spirit animals, because you can always go back and rewatch this. You're more than welcome to, because everybody learns the second time around. Sometimes it's kind of like when you cook a dinner and you have leftovers. Sometimes the second day is better than the first. Just like a movie. You want to see that movie again. I've watched Tombstone at least 12 times. So every time I watch it, I'm still excited. Even though I know most of it, I still love watching it. So it's something to look forward to. Page of Wands. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's pretty dark. This is also good luck and opportunities. Pages do give you a lot of, and this has to do with your mindset and actions. And the pages are emotions. So something is going to change. Something is going to come at you, and you're going to see it in a different light. So there's going to be some kind of good news coming to you, something different. So just beware. And the Emperor, which is the gorilla. Now, we all should know about the Emperor. He's the most dominant in the major arcana. Most dominant in the major arcana. Not in the tarot deck. Just in that section of the major arcana, which is the first 22 cards. So I'm going to read these three to you. Thank you. It's right there. And I'm actually going to start with the Emperor, because the Emperor is the most dominant, which I absolutely love. I love strength. I I really do. All right, so the Empress. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about that one too. Okay, so, and by the way, Emperor, the Emperor card, that is Aries energy. Everyone says that they want to be a ruler, but I wonder how many would last a day. I can hear some of you laughing, because let me tell you, it's just like a job. You want the manager's job, or you want to be a shift manager, or you want to be a general manager, or you want to be part of human resources. You want a different position, right? This is what I mean. You have to have the strength and the dominance up here in order to be able to do that position. It's my job, the job of a leader, to actually think about all the parts of abundance, not just the tiny piece that so many others focus on. It can also not be taught overnight. No, if you want to sit in my seat, this is what the gorilla is saying. This is the message from the gorilla. If you want to sit in my seat, you are going to have to get your hands dirty and put in some very long, hard hours first. Are you up to the challenge? Do you still want to be a leader? You need to really think that through. That's the message from the gorilla. Now, the responsibility of a leader is not to be taken lightly. It is his responsibility to make sure that his hands, well, let me just start with that, because I want to say that first. His responsibility is to make sure that his shift, his employees, let's just say, okay, are kept healthy and strong. You have to care about the people that you work with. It could be on a farm. It could be at Wendy's. It could be at J.C. Penney's. It could be anywhere. It could be at Amazon. Any shift, any person, human wise, should always care about each other. It's teamwork. But this is the only one of the emperor's daily concerns. This male gorilla must be on constant lookout for invaders or other males who might wish to challenge his position. The emperor is a strong, the actual gorilla is a strong totem energy with such strength and great responsibility. Very. You go to a zoo, you'll see who rules the gorilla. All right. I also have messages for about business and career, family, relationships, health and well-being about the emperor, but I just wanted to touch on the spirit animal by itself for right now. Okay. So the key to leadership is showing strength in all its forms. From compassion to concern to respect. The gorilla knows that from where he sits, there is no room for complacency. So that is the message from the gorilla spirit. So what skills do you have that you think that others would benefit from? As you, them looking up to you, seeing you as a some kind of figure. They look up to you for a certain reason. Why? What do you do that's special that attracts them to you? All right. So now we're going to start with the Page of Wands. Page of Cups. I like cups first. Okay. There's the Ace of Cups. Wow, I just literally went into the Ace of Cups. Okay. Let me go to the Page of Cups. Because this is the minor arcana now. That was the major arcana. Beautiful. That was a beautiful message. Sea turtles, whales, sharks. Absolutely. Yes, Ira. Yes. All right. I slowly take my time because I love this book so much, that it means so much to me. And I know that these messages are going to be so helpful for you, either now or in the future. But there's always a place for these messages in your life. All right. That's the Two of Cups. I'm not quite there. Ace of Cups. Wow. I am going to look into, allow me to find my family. Thank you very much. This might be in here. This is the royal family now because it has to do with pages. So there's the king. This is a different book. The knight and the page. All right, here we go. Perfect. I have so many messages. I could just do this whole entire book. I have read this book 3 times over. All right, the Page of Wands. This is the salamander. All right. So in order to harness the energy of inspiration, you need to connect to your creative center. It is a time of experimentation and fun. The salamander is seen on the traditional Rider-Waite deck as the wands, court cards, which is the interesting, as salamanders have a strong connection to water. Yet wands are all about dancing with fire. The salamander is actually protection. When they have a salamander on their cloak inside the original deck, it means protection. They are protected. So the key to understand this energy of the suit of wands and the new journey of our little page represents fire on its own can be destructive. The page lets you know the experiences and adventures are closer than you think. Burnout. Yes, okay, let me say that. The page lets you know that new experiences and adventures are closer than you think. But understand that they could be overwhelming and burn you out if you don't keep your life water flowing. Very important message. All right, so the Page of Cups. I'm loving, loving, loving it. King, Queen, Page of Cups, the seal, water, and the cup. Now, I love exploring shiny new things. It is like my world is always recreating itself, and I am always seeing it with new and fresh eyes. Do you? The Page of Cups is the youngest member of the Suits royal family. Like I said, they're very playful, they're very creative, they have an immature funness to them. They're full of imagination. Okay. So it's all about finding the fun and the mysterious, like seeing the world through a wave. And that's why it shows a wave. His innocence always remind us to let our guard down and enjoy the moment we find ourselves in. The energy of the page is gentle and non-intrusive, which means it can be easy to miss if you are not paying attention. The shoreline on this card plays an important role in this card as it symbolizes the place where the spirit and physicality meet. The spirit and the physicality meet, like grounding yourself. I just did that myself. I just posted pictures of me in the ocean. I am so glad that I was by water in the last couple of days. I really needed it. So, to put it in another way, the intersection of intuition and logic. The mix of water and earth create mud or wet sand. So, do you know what you can do with wet sand? Build sand castles. Build, build. Once you ground yourself, you can rebuild and build and build. Imagination, creativity. But again, if you don't take time to engage, you won't notice the materials you need to build that castle. Not to mention, you could very well miss those who want to share the experience with you. So, how can you bring more energy into your daily routine? Where can you go to meet interesting and different new people? What needs to happen for you to let your guard down? That is beautiful. So the seal, the salamander, and the gorilla. Those are the animal totems as far as the foundation. So we have a lot going on right now. All right. Ooh, they got a lot going out tonight. Thank you. They're just pushing these messages out. Thank you. Ant. The ant actually came out. Thank you very much. And that has to do with patience. So be patient with your emotions, with your thoughts, with your position. Growth. The jaguar. That has to do with the emperor. Or the panda, which represents boundaries. That might represent that emperor, that gorilla. Okay, perseverance, that might have to do with the salamander. Boundaries, that might have to do with the salamander because of the protection, the boundaries. That also has to do with the Two of Swords, where she's blindfolded and has her swords crossed. But as far as growth, that's the Page of Cups. That is actually doing confirmation with the Page of Cups. So the Jaguar is growth. Maturity is the ability to embrace change. And change cannot happen without death. That's the death card in the regular tarot. That's transformation. That's change. This death does not necessarily mean physical death, but could be the ending of a relationship or a situation, or simply a decision that you did not continue. And also, it has to do with old habits. You change the old habits. Remember, aces are new beginnings. The panda, the boundaries. Your space is sacred. Your space, like, arm's length. This is your personal space right here. Okay. So guests who overstay their welcome impact your aura. That is a fact. And you have every right to stand your ground. Your needs are important. You must nurture your soul with the same gentle love and support you offer these other people. Boundaries. Emperor. Gorilla. Panda. They're very connected. Now, the ant spirit totem has to do with perseverance. This is a message of patience. Whatever is going on right now, you can be so impetuous by pacing yourself. The end result will be far more rewarding. So slow down, don't rush, work carefully, and learn to accept help from others. So however these messages reside. Reside. Okay, they reside with you. Okay, let's just, Spirit had me in some kind of something. But however this resonates with you, you'll know how these animal spirits work in your life now or in the near future. Tarot. With the new deck that I've hardly used yet. Where's the book? Very much. All right. Yeah, I'll book. It is. Thank you very much. I definitely think so too. I think I might want to do more animal spirits here very soon. All right. Thank you. All right. Call to awakening, the rooster. Guardian. Let me take this out. Guardian of Wands. Okay, so that's the King of Wands. So here you are, have the Page of Wands, and now you have the King of Wands. Very nice. And then the Keeper of Sacred Tradition. That is beautiful. Oh my gosh. That's the Hierophant. Wow, I love this. Okay, I love this for y'all. It's for me too, but for y'all. Rooster, tiger, and the bull. Wow. Call to awakening. Let me see, where does that sit? That sits somewhere along Temperance. Because this is a new book, so just bear with me. This has got to be on the Major Arcana. So, yes, here it is. The Sun. Yep, because it has the Sun in the card, but I just wanted to make sure that I knew the regular tarot deck, the Rider-Waite deck, and this deck, and how it relates. So the call to awakening is the sun. Mm. Bask in the sunlight of self. Wow. Symbolic of awakened consciousness, the rooster stands aligned with life purpose. We are at peace because we know who we are. We clearly, our inner light is turned on and glowing brightly. Wide awake, we shine as the brilliance of our true self. Wake up! All right, Guardian of Wands. Thank you. Guardian, Tiger. I love me my tiger. Lizard. Oh, God, I have to engulf myself in this book again. But here it is. I already knew that it was. So this is the King of Wands. You see that? I don't know if you can see that. But this is about strength, respect, self-enterprise. So this book says, seeing clearly, express truly, and take charge of yourself. Now, guardians of Wands typically represent male authority figures with bold ideas and charismatic yang energy, which is male energy. The signals of a unique, creative individual, sensual, sensitive, and self-assured, but also courageous, assertive, and intrepid. The double fire element suggests that enthusiasm of the natural leader whose presence inspires others to follow an optimal course of action. So, do you use your power accordingly? Or has self confidence tipped you into arrogance? With a keen ability to strategize, the tiger helps us focus clearly. And so, these two, with the king of Wands and the emperor, these are very dominant figures. And obviously they were all yang energy. So there is a lot going on with males. Now with the bull and the rooster, there's a lot of male energy. Now, I'm going to go right back here. And I already know this bull. This bull is the Hierophant. This is the high priest. Okay. He's like the counselor. So somewhere along the line, that growth that you learned from a teacher, you learned about setting boundaries, you're using the strength, you have the awakening, and you also have the protection. A lot of messages here from these totems tonight. Okay. So honor the wisdom of this experience. This card reveals the importance of both balance and openness, conformity, which I really don't like conformity. I don't like conforming to this world, really, I don't. So the bull offers grounded, practical advice, assuring us that we can draw from the communal wealth of wisdom when needed and proceed confidently, a powerful reminder that we are loved and never alone. Compassionate yet no nonsense. The bull inspires by bridging past and present, sharing spiritual knowledge to bring harmony and peace to all. So honor the wisdom of experience through this teacher, because the Hierophant is the teacher. And on this card, it has his keys around the neck and two rabbits, which are his disciples in the original tarot. a lot of good, deep messages. Loving this. I love this deck. I really have to dig deeper into this deck. When I get back to my humble abode, all right, I'm going to bring some oracle out, positive oracle out to the deck. Thank you very much. And I brought these out because I actually had them in my hand and they felt very light. So I said, okay, I think that's a positive. So I'm going to bring this in. So with all these messages, it's all about keeping yourself together mentally and physically. And don't try to use your ego for anything. But always set boundaries. Show your maturity. If you have to move on, move on. Whatever makes you happy. It's called to the awakening. And that also has to do with that Ace of Cups, which is a part of that bird and the religion. And that cross also is connected to the Hierophant. And you also have the Leo, or the lion, which is Leo, out here as well for strength. Strength to move on, to make things happy, to let go of what does not serve you. This is the time. So this is the soul. Wow, thank you. Do what is true to your soul. Hallelujah. I just said that. And then the second card that came out was goals, which you are pretty much doing by reorganizing and revamping, and you're seeing growth. You're setting boundaries for yourself if you haven't already. Just keep that up. Whatever's working for you, just keep it up. So setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. So making it happen. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me call. Let me call. Let me call. Let me call. Yes, I will. Okay. So there's going to be another series that I'm going to be doing on angel spirits. Michael, Gabrielle, Raphael, and many others. I brought out my other book that I've highlighted a lot of things that I want to share with you, a lot of paintings of angels, Judaism, Christianity. There has been tendencies for older deities. I mean, there's just so much in this book that I have learned. Angels from A to Z. So, while much has been written about angels throughout history, no single source examines them as thorough as this book. Biblical angels, different classifications of angels, like Gabriel, Michael, Lucifer, which is actually, what was that, Ariel today? So it has to do with Michelangelo too. That was just so fascinating for me to learn that Michelangelo made the copy, or was he the original? Original. He was the original. Okay. So angels, angel shops, fallen angels, angels like Michael Landon. Okay, on that show, I absolutely love that show. Clarence, the angel, on the movie It's a Wonderful Life. So yeah, that's going to be another series that I'm going to be getting into. So let me bring out as soon as I can get a hold of it. My fingers aren't working. Yeah, definitely cleared these. I love these cards too. So I'm bringing in, if there's any messages from Spirit from this deck. I was actually called to this deck earlier, but I put it back down. Home. Wow. We're all talking about inner self here, and inner love, and inner taking care of yourself and let go what doesn't serve your highest good. The home card comes out. That is your inner self. That is the only home you have. You have to take care of it. Thank you. Chakras. Love my chakras. All right. Chakras for the collective, please, towards this reading. What message would you like to give? Thank you. Acceptance, and that's from the heart. Thank you. That is red. That is the heart chakra. Acceptance of self-love, inner health, take care of yourself, growth, setting goals for yourself, and boundaries for yourself and the others around you. Acceptance of the change for your highest good. Beautiful. Thank you. So, with that, I'm going to bring out a few beautiful messages. I absolutely love these cards as well. Oh, I look forward to the series too. Thank you. I will do it as soon as I get the energy. You know that. I will, Smooth. I will. All right. Messages from angels and spirit guides. Acceptance. Oh, I have goosebumps right now. Whew. Acceptance came out again. Whew. Okay. See yourself and others through the eyes of the angels with unconditional love and acceptance. In this way, you inspire and lift everyone to their highest potential. And that has to do with the growth. Thank you. I knew I was guided to that right deck. Thank you. No? Okay. You want me to do this one first? Okay. Thank you. Okay. This has to do with I. It might as well say that in the future, dear future, if it hasn't already for you. Donations, tithing, and charitable work. Give joyfully to the organizations and people who spiritually support and inspire you, and you know that your generosity will be returned to you many folds. The time, the supplies, the money, or other resources you donate will ensure that your positive energy multiplies. All right, last angel message from spirits and angels. What message would you like to give the collective from this deck? How would you like to receive? Okay. And with that said, God will lead the way. On Romans 15:19, they were convinced by the power of miraculous signs and wonders and by the power of God's Spirit. Commit to a spirit of excellence. Whatever you do, do well. Very, very, very nice. Thank you. All right. I'm going to bring out my personal deck and ask Spirit to bring you a message and I from my deck. The right thinking. Thank you. That follows whatever you do, do well and do it in the right way with the right thinking. Let me see. I've been very busy here. Yeah, I think so too. Yes, me too. You're absolutely welcome. All right. I just warmed up the deck. I connected with the deck. All right, Spirit guides and angels, I ask for another message for the collective and for I. Yeah, okay. And clearing out the clutter. Clearing out the clutter. Whatever no longer serves you. I am full of strength and determination. That has to do with the lion spirit that it had came out earlier. Something will be cleared. It might take you a little time to get this done. Like I said, do things in a slowly and in divine timing. But if you would like to have a goal, which is setting a goal in the first step and turning it into from invisible to visible, try 18 months. Within 18 months. There is your goal. Calendar. All right. I am going to bring out one more. One more. Yes, it is. One more. Oh, hello. One more. That's the chair, not me. All right. Crystal cards. I put these separately so that the energy would not be messed with. Crystal. My crystal cards is usually the last of the reading. Thank you. Oh, I have fluoride. Fluoride. I actually had that on me today in my pocket. Wow. Okay. Aligning all your chakras and bringing all that energy into your physical body is what this clear, beautiful stone is known for. It has purple in it. I'll show you in a second. It also is known to stimulate the crown chakra and enhance the effects of other crystals and stones, which I actually had my turquoise in my pocket today with it. This is a must-have. You have to have this because it's a true crystal lover. Like every person that loves crystals should always own fluorite. Wow. I should have my fluorite. I have my rose quartz, my carnelian, my turquoise, my rose quartz, my blue agate. Wow. Fluorite. That is the suggested crystal card for this reading. I hope you enjoyed every single ounce of this because I put a lot into this because I wanted to share this with you. I've been bursting all day to do this. Actually since yesterday, but mostly today. So yes, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you got a lot out of this. I look forward to seeing you again. I will be traveling, so give me some time. Be patient with me. I will be here again. I am going to be available for personal readings after July 4th. So if you'd like a personal reading, please comment below and let me know, and I will get back to you. And please do it in the video side, not the live side, because I will be able to respond to comments. Thank you guys again. Here is my fluorite, by the way. Yes, I have my fluorite. I have my fluorite. Yeah. Yes. All right. You guys take care, and I'll see you again on the next reading and the next live. Miss you all. Love you all. Love and light.